Hello, we are back. It's been another break. I guess what, 2 weeks? I don't know, 3 weeks. Hi, we're back. We're coming to the end. We are closing in on the final, the grand meeting. I don't know. Something's going to happen in the next couple of hours in either this session or the next session. But yeah, hi, welcome. We're back. Someone needs to update our title according to Ben. Not looking at anyone in particular.
I cannot pull up Twitch
Okay.
right now. I changed.
Tales from the Loop. Last stand at Uluru.
Ben, if you want to do that,
somehow we're in
feel free.
Australia instead of I think Norfolk.
Yeah. Oh God, Steve, don't do anything. You've gone into a weird background on.
Oh, hey, something weird happened.
Yeah, we are now live showing Discord. Welcome everybody. Okay, give me a sec.
You caught a glimpse of
while I
the chat
update everything,
logs.
while I update everything, then do you all want to introduce yourself, your characters, and your thoughts for the next session? While I just quickly do this. Someone start, please.
Absolutely. So I'm Tracy, and I have a couple of different podcasts, folkloring, and I work for the Folklore Podcast, and I have a gaming company called Mad Men and Heroes, and I absolutely love creating games about folklore. And next up,
who are you playing? Who are you playing?
Oh, I am playing Heather Stewart, spelled Stuart, because that's the way you spell it.
Not if you're Scottish.
I love that.
I actually am Scottish, and I am from the clan Stewart, from Bonnie Prince Charlie Stewart, and that is where I came from. So, don't start with your English shit, because the girl is fully Scottish.
I love how this is the final word to an argument that the audience has no idea has happened, has no framing for.
Yeah, I don't have any
Moving on.
Either, but yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Mehdi, and I don't have much of a Elvis background or anything, so I just play Paige Schreiber, the weirdo of the group, and it's like and you're generally, I think for some reason that I seem to be the moral. If I last recall, I think I was the moral center of the group somehow.
You're right.
I don't know how, but it just happened.
Everyone's taken on roles that are not the roles that they were meant to take on.
Right? Like, Paige was definitely the dark one, and now it's me. Terrible.
And Steve and Gigi and Marcus and Gigi are just chaos incarnate, I feel.
Oh, I have nothing to say about Marcus.
No, another Gigi's also somewhat a moral center, or I guess the only sane girl in the group.
I would say the only sane one is the correct answer, which is
you.
hard to imagine when we're talking about Alisai. So Alisai, off you go.
Thank you.
Hi, spelled H-A-I. I am Alisai, spelled A-L-A-S-A-I. That was the entire bit. I could not come up with anything else. I was going to segue it into, like, my collection of bevies. Part of the reason we're late is because I sat down and realized I only had one drink on hand, and it's Pride Month, and I'm LGBT. So I had to fix that with 2 more, and I apologize.
Mm.
It was either disappoint all of you, or
I was late
be a
as
little
well.
late.
I am never going to say it other than Ligibita ever
Ligibita.
again. Ligibita in my whole life. I love that.
There was some other stuff I had to do during the intro. Oh yeah,
Who are you
I'm
playing?
playing Virginia Humphin' Poppin'. Humphin' Poppin'? Humphin' Poppin'. I don't remember her last name.
What?
I'm just making it up as I go along. Don't
Nobody
ask
has
me.
last
I
names.
have a character sheet somewhere around here.
You
The
might need that
nickname
at
is
some point.
Gigi. Who knows?
You
Who
are the
knows?
socialite?
Like everyone is coming to you for your
Popular kid.
balance.
That's the one.
Ah,
I'm playing the popular kid. We don't use
you,
character
you,
sheets.
you are
This is
playing
a
the
tabletop
balance
game.
kid.
I'm feeling
Oh.
attacked right now. I
Oh
don't
my
need
goodness.
this.
Ah,
Anyway,
Right, and last but not by not by the Steve. Steve.
oh no.
It's
Oh,
going
last
well.
but not
It's going
Steve.
well.
Steve.
This is gonna go down a dark path.
I'm
Steve.
starting off great, kids.
Oh,
I give up already.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
My
We'll
name
get this
is
done in one session.
Steve, you thought one session, and this is already where we've gotten to. Steve,
Steve,
Hello, everybody. My name
Please.
is Steve. My pronouns are he, him. Today I am playing Marcus the Troublemaker.
Who has moved on from a small hammer to electric battery clips? At least that's what the GIF is that you sent a couple of days ago in the channel.
That is correct, yes.
So Steve might start torturing people with batteries and electrodes during this game.
We are going into
Oh,
a
boy.
science lab.
okay.
So cool.
Nice.
So on that note, we are playing Tales from the Loop by the wonderful Free League. We are playing our own version of the pre-written game, They Grow Up So Fast. Tales from the Loop is a game about children, or young preteens and slightly older. So be aware that this is also an alternate 1980s. So the kids are in a real setting where real life happens and they have to deal with real feelings. So at times this story can get quite dark. So if that does, we as players and everything have our lines and veils and X card system and all that in place, we know where we are comfortable. But if you as listeners find some things uncomfortable, please do just turn away, turn off, take 10 minutes, come back if you want to, or don't. Games are here for fun, not for trauma. So, with that out of the way, quick recap of character sheet. Well done. You have found it. Quick recap of the story. The wonderful children that we have here went camping in Easter. And during their camping trip, something weird happened. There was a bright light over the city. And then the day after the camping trip, they went back home to the city and had some interesting experiences with someone who's now going through their evil phase. You found Daniel, who was having a bit of a fit, who was being stalked by a few people in black suits. Paige managed to con a lot of money out of the men in black. Marcus
I'm still
ran
looking
around.
I'm still looking for other G-men to con. At least so far, they seem to have disappeared.
Yeah, Marcus stole someone's trousers. Ran around the marketplace with some trousers. You then broke into a tunnel under a church for various reasons, where Gigi decided to update her fashion sense in a cardboard box. Living in a box. Living in a cardboard box. And then things happened, and I can't really remember what happened after. Oh, you found Stuart, the small, slimy, purple alien hippopotamus thing, who likes to imprint his feelings upon you. Most of those were hungry for some time. Eventually, you discovered that he likes magnets and batteries. So you stole a battery, not a battery, a large magnet from the Magnetrine freighter place hub thing. What are they called? Ports. That's the word. I do words. It's fine. I know what's going on. So you stole one of those. Stuart fed themselves. You went to Daniel's house. Daniel's a character who's going through an evil phase, and if you want to know who Daniel is, he might turn up. We don't know. You went to Daniel's house. You discovered a few things that there's weird shit happening at the loop. And as you were coming home, Daniel drove past you. Nothing bad happened to Daniel's car at all, did it, Marcus?
Nothing at all. The windshield is fine.
Yeah, the windshield's fine. It's the rest of the car that's the problem. You went back to Great Yarmouth, and the day after the incident with the magnet, after you fed Stuart and destroyed a car, you go to visit Stuart in his little hideout. He's not there. Your drunk Russian spy friend said that he had run off, but it was a big, weird purple dog. Marcus had discovered that Daniel was going through his evil phase and was quite happy to watch Marcus get beaten up. But yeah, and then you all kind of ended up in the woods for various reasons. You found a large purple dog-like creature that was quite clearly Stuart, staring out over the lake, looking out towards the loop, giving off feelings of home or mother or kind of sadness, questioning, doing that teenage thing of questioning his existence of where he came from.
Oh,
and
dear.
we ended it.
They grow up so fast, don't they?
They do grow up so fast. And we ended the session after you'd had a nice long talk about his feelings. It's almost gone. It almost went Vampire the Masquerade about how do you feel about things. You decided that you needed to take Stuart home, and the very last phrase was uttered by Gigi. We need to break into the loop.
Okay, so nobody told him that he's adopted, right?
I'm pretty sure he just got it from us already.
Oh, and
He's a smart kid.
thing. I don't think there's any malevolence in the pool, but there is still 9 benevolence. So you've still got loads of re-rolls or loads of let's do some storybook stuff if you want. For the audience, there's only 2 sessions left. Malevolence might be fun. There we go. Thank you, Betty.
Really, David? Oh, brutal.
Really?
Very,
Really?
very evil.
So yes, off you go. The last thing that obviously you said, was we need to break into the loop, and the idea of let's get Stuart home and things. Off you go.
I completely agree. Gigi, we've got to get Stuart back home.
I cannot believe I'm saying this. Oh God, I'm becoming you two.
See, I was always right from the beginning.
No. No.
That's the takeaway.
No.
That's the takeaway.
No. No, I hate that takeaway. And it's a wrong takeaway. I hate it.
You guys, maybe we're not doing the right thing for Stuart. Maybe we need to get him to his actual mother. I really, really wanted to be there for Stuart, but I don't think I am helping him. I'm so sorry, you guys. I think we need to get Stuart back to his mother.
I think I mean I'm agreed on that. Honestly, I thought you were just going to suggest like retouch Stewart.
I cover up Stuart's ears.
Okay,
Does he
not
know?
ditch Stuart. Oh my goodness, Medi.
Age.
Take care of
Age.
Stuart,
Also,
not ditch Stuart.
as a
Oh
quick
dear.
note, Stuart doesn't have ears that you can see.
I cover up where I think Stuart's ears are.
Wait, yeah, you do the whole this is an animal, the ears must be here kind of thing.
Oh my god.
I mean, like you're starting like going through your pragmatism phase.
Medi,
Right?
I love Stuart. Can we not like be mean to Stuart, Medi?
Paige.
God.
Paige.
If you look
Paige,
at
help!
the stream, we have all of our character names above our portraits.
Yeah, who's this Medi you're talking about? Talking to?
Oh my god, you're killing me. I just want to make sure Stuart is fine. And can you help me out here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the plan already.
As you are having this conversation about arguing about how to help and what to do, you start to feel confusion coming from Stuart. He's looking between you as each of you is talking. He looks at you. He does that kind of dog thing that they do. It's like,
Oh no.
Oh my
sad
goodness.
puppy dog eyes of,
Oh,
and you're
no.
getting thoughts of confusion and
Do we
worry.
need to tell him now?
Alice, eh?
Do we need to tell him now
Oh dear.
that he's
No.
I think he can probably read our minds on this. GG.
Thank you, Medi. Yeah, definitely. Paige.
I'm going to
maybe we
rename
should
everybody on
change
Zoom.
everybody's names on Zoom?
Yeah, seriously,
that-
can we put people's character names on their pictures? Oh my
It'll be
god.
fine. We don't have to do it.
Please! David, please!
So anyway,
He's doing it now.
Anyway.
while we're waiting on this to get through, do we want to talk about how wet David is all the time now that he's in Mexico?
No, I think we should talk about how we're going to get into the loop.
I really don't want to talk about how wet
Can we just
gets.
move on with the game?
Do you want to talk about how wet you are? Because no, okay,
No? Okay.
No.
No.
okay.
We've apparently reached consensus, and Steve has a question?
No, I'm just trying to
Steve?
keep my hand on the mic.
Alice, you are a very, very bad.
We're not even like 10 minutes into the beginning of the game. Can we?
It looks like I had
I have named
So
everybody
that's-
correctly, haven't I?
I think I lost you all.
No, we can hear you now.
You're back.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. Everybody's named on Zoom. Everybody's got the right name. Stuart, as you are talking about adoption, but not talking about adoption. Stuart has no concept of what you're talking about. He seems to respond to the feelings more than the words that are being said. So when you say, should we tell him about, he gets that you are worried about something, but not what it is you're worried about. All you're kind of really, most of it is confusion about why you lot are arguing or discussing in a exuberant way, shall we say. And you still get the kind of questions of the vague kind of thoughts of where am I from? What is my purpose? The whole teenage angst stuff going on. There is, and I will say, at the end of last session, you all agreed that you were going to take Stuart back to the loop. You had already agreed that we're not having that discussion again.
Yes.
You had agreed that. So now it's kind of like, how are you going to do that?
Look at you powering us forward.
For once in my life as a GM, I will take control of the game.
Okay, so
Look,
I'm not sure
yeah,
we should
but
go to the loop.
look at Dave. He's growing up so fast as a GM.
David, you are growing up so fast.
Who wants to do that?
Soon they'll have their own car and their own 401k.
So
And they'll have a
We
bank
don't do
account.
401ks. That's an American thing.
so we
Oh yeah, we're the ones that screwed up our futures. Anyway, so
Alisai, okay, that was hilarious.
how do we get to the loop?
well, we have to go back to the church. That's the easiest way in. We've already gotten through there once. We know that's a gate with a lock that we can get through.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we don't want to go through the front door.
So, do we bring Stuart with?
We have to.
I don't think we have a choice. We have to get in there, and that's where the portal is, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, like we're gonna need to get in the back there before he gets too big.
yeah, agreed.
All right.
Even one more night is too much. He could be double his size. So we got to go now.
Literally, I hate you all because I want to be mama, but if that's what we have to do, I'll do it.
Sometimes mamas gotta let their kids fly.
Yeah.
Let's say.
I think the library has a book on what was it called? Empty nest syndrome.
Oh my God, you guys are literally like deciding who I am. Yeah, big old jerks.
I place my hand on Heather's shoulder. We're all deciding who we are. And what we're deciding right now is to get to the church.
Yes.
Stuart looks at you all and nods at that statement as if he really understands that
I hear you.
everybody's understanding that they are growing up.
Yes.
Yes, I hear you. I believe in what you're saying.
So
In.
I get behind Heather and I place both hands on her shoulders. So we're moving to the church, and I just kind of start walking forward.
Yes. And
Going
I
to
will
the
follow.
church and we're
Yeah.
gonna get married.
Come on, Stuart. Do we
So
have
are
to
you
carry
all
Stuart
going-
at this point, or can he walk?
Up to you. Can he walk?
Stuart is huge.
He made it.
at this
He made his
point.
own
I
way
think
here.
he can
Yeah.
walk, yeah.
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 Okay.
If you want to carry a Great Dane, I'm not gonna stop you.
I want to carry a Great Dane. They're so
I
cute.
do not want to carry a Great Dane.
They're still puppy. Anyway, church.
Allison,
Do you have like a wagon or anything we can
carry a
use?
puppy with you.
He can walk. He can walk. He can walk to the church.
Oh, Marcus, no. Help us carry the Great Dane.
can walk.
Stuart
He
Maybe
does
just
not
go get a wagon. They're gonna,
He can
those like
walk!
red poly wagons.
He walked.
kids have.
He walked to this point in the forest by himself. He can walk. He does not need to be carried. We're not having an argument about this. He's going to walk behind you and follow.
We are not getting 10 sessions out of this game. We have 1 to 2 more. We got to get moving.
Let us move this shit along, please.
You're and not me this time. We're at the church, right? We're at the church. No incidents.
So,
Let's just move it along.
You decide to go back to the church where you know that there is an entrance. So in the church underground thing that I forgot the name of. I want to call it a cloister, but it's not a cloister. You know that there was an entrance there that you could get into. It is, however, middle of the day on a Thursday. So the church it's not in the center. It is towards, it's probably from where you are, maybe a 20-minute walk. It's on the side of the city that you're close to. It's not in the center, it's kind of on the outskirts, but there may well be people around.
Oh, this is why I was suggesting Paige finds a one of those little polling wagon things that kids have usually.
Yeah, like one of the red trolley things with
trolley wagon. Yeah, but that, and maybe like a tarp.
You did have a tarp at one point.
That. Yeah, so like cashing in that benevolence.
I believe. Let's say yes.
Yes, you did have a tarp, but everything all went a bit wrong at one point when you were running away from things. So cash in a benevolence. I say you scout around the woods because this is England, and well, people like to dump shit in the woods. There is, after maybe 5-10 minutes of looking, you find a broken down kid's toy that you can try and convince Stuart to sit in and get covered by a tarp. I will say you will need to make a roll for this. This is where I probably should have got the character sheets up again.
Paige, you're good at tinkering with things, right? And fixing up wagons?
Oh, it's not the wagon. It's trying to convince Stuart to get into it.
Oh. Heather, you're good at talking to Stuart, right?
I was just thinking if Paige is gonna get in, and it's like, and maybe, and have Stuart just follow her.
Let me give you something to roll when my computer decides to load up the character sheets. Charm.
Charm.
So if whoever has good charm wants to try and convince Stuart to get into this thing and wear a tarp.
Well, I have good news. It's the one thing I can do well. Certainly is not having my dice on hand. Come here.
Nice.
I mean,
Thank you.
You're not the only one.
I'm prepared to play this game.
We were always prepared to play this game. Have you not noticed that?
I came here straight after work.
Yeah.
How many do I need? 8.
8d6. Get a 6, and you've succeeded.
7.
Roll a 6. Roll a 6. Or don't.
I have to
that'd be
get
funny.
to the 8th die. You just need a second. Let me get to it.
The mythical 8 dice.
Oh my god, that was really sensual. Whew.
Welcome to Tales from the Loop, ASMR dice rolling.
Wow.
I'm going to burn a luck die or luck point.
Did you not get a single 6?
I did not get a single 6. Do you want me to like? Hold on. Let me put this in Discord real quick, because it's impressive
Goodness,
how not a single 6 was found.
goodness
Man,
gracious.
yeah, you must be really unlucky in Warhammer.
Yeah.
I
Don't
don't
play
play
orcs.
Warhammer. I have self-respect.
That's quite an impressive roll, to be fair.
Oh my goodness.
Let me just get this up here.
Oh. Oh dear.
Ah,
Oh dear. Okay.
are you fucking kidding me?
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s.
Wow, you must be
Fives.
really unlucky in Shadowrun.
I don't play Shadowrun. I don't have friends. Actually, that wouldn't disqualify me from Shadowrun now that I think about it. I'm going to burn another luck point. Can I do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. Yes.
Okay.
You got benevolences too.
Do
Oh,
it. Do it.
Can I burn a benevolence? We've only got like 9 of them.
No,
Okay.
you've got
Yes.
8 now because Paige just one.
Ah, come on, you damn bitches.
Do
Go.
it,
Give it to me. What fell down and was it a 6? Where is that other die? Where did you go?
We're professionals here.
Apparently the dice decided to go on strike.
I'm so
Or that's like
overheated.
leaping.
They really did. Fine, I'll just replace it.
Oh my god.
A 1. A 1. This is the one thing I have.
But
Why
so
are you
you
doing
end up getting a
this?
6?
No 6s?
Still no 6s?
Why?
Okay, I will allow this. This is your choice. You fail, and Stuart refuses point blankly to get into the thing, and you all have to deal with that. Or Gigi takes a condition, and it automatically succeeds.
GJ.
Do it. I'm the only one that's taken
Okay,
a
but
condition
Stu-
so far
Do
this game.
it, GJ.
But Stuart doesn't need the wagon.
Yes.
But you do
Do
need to
it.
get Stuart through town without him being seen.
Oh,
JJ.
God.
JJ.
I'll take
JJ.
it. Can I finish?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take a condition.
Okay, please take the upset condition.
Oh, I am very upset right now.
You basically break down in tears in front of Stuart because he's refusing, and the guilt that Stuart feels makes him get into the cart. You have guilt tripped. You have guilt tripped Stuart into getting into the cart and putting a tarp on. You have learned this trick with your brother.
I hate that. I hate that.
But yeah, so now any heart or mind rolls you make will be at -1. But Stuart is now curled up, looking very put out, but also very guilty and upset, and pulls the tarp over him, like does the whole dog thing and grabs the tarp and pulls it over him and curls up and just.
I give him a few pets and I call him a good boy. And that I'm sorry.
But you now have Stuart in a cart. Doesn't have suspension in this cart, so Stuart's not going to be going to sleep. And so you designate somebody to pull the cart. I don't really care.
Marcus.
I got it. I got it.
Marcus, make me a strength check. No, only joking. You drag
10 successes.
all of them. You drag the cart through the woods. It takes, like, Marcus is the main one, but every now and then it does take all of you to kind of get it over and around a fallen tree or something, and through some of like the sand that is kicked up from the beach. and you eventually get it into the streeted, paved part of town and move towards the church. You pass a few people, and something like you occasionally get a question like, shouldn't you kids be at school? It's still school. School's not broken up yet for summer, has it?
Is it?
Has
you,
it?
You should still be at school. I don't know.
I mean, Paige is actually just being deliberately oblivious. It's like,
Oh, we're on our way to volunteer, my dear.
Oh, very good. Are you those scouts who sell cookies? I see you've got a cart full of something there. You
Oh
sell
no,
cookies.
love.
Oh no. Oh.
No, these are goods for the homeless the next town over. We're dragging them out to hop on the bus. But we really have to go.
Mean. Yeah, I was just like, I feel like I really wanted to be really mean about Galston then.
Oh no!
But none of you would know. But if anybody from my home ever saw this, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I know people from Galston. I'm not going to be mean about it.
I mean, do you think they'll be angry, or do you think they'll be like, "Oi, we're like that"?
Bit of both, to be fair. But there was a wonderful saying about Great Yarmouth in the region it's from, in the county it's from, Norfolk. It's like, the most sex in Norfolk happens in Great Yarmouth because there's nothing else to do.
That is definitely like Wisconsin.
okay.
Having just been to Wisconsin, your beer's bad. And moving on.
I hear you. Yes.
You gotta come here and try some calf killer.
One of the bars that I went to tried to tell me that Krombacher, which is a cheap ass €1 a large can lager in Germany, is top brand, top shelf lager, German lager. And I'm like, you can hear my accent. You know that I'm English. You know that I'm going to.
Oh god, is it their version of Still Reserve?
Never heard of that beer.
It's all right. It's like, if you want a quick cheap drink, it's not too bad, but it's not the best. I did not have any. I wanted some cheese, Betty. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to actually go and find any good cheese shops.
But did you have
anyway, no. I was there for 3 days, and I was awake for almost all of those 3 days. I had very little ability to do anything. Anyway, so you move through town, you deal with all the old people who are asking you for cookies. You make vague comments about homeless people and Galston being a shithole, or being more of a shithole than Great Yarmouth, but at least Galston has a hospital. And you eventually make it around the corner to the church. As you come round the corner, the church is as we discovered earlier in the game, way back when we started. It's abandoned. It's disused. There's the graveyard is overgrown. The tower of the church, it's still standing, but the roof is collapsing. You can see through the windows all the way through. It's quite. And you imagine if you turned up at night, as Paige probably has done many times, it's quite a haunted looking place. However, stood by the door of the entrance to the church, by the nave, is a single tall man in a black suit. Parked just down the road is a large black, I want to say at this time it's going to be a Land Rover.
Okay.
I cannot remember when they joined together. So Land Rovers and Range Rovers were separate, but now they're not. Anyway, but yeah, it was a big black off, almost military-esque off-roader kind of thing. Not a Humvee because they don't exist at this time. But yeah.
Okay. So that's where all the G-men went. To the church.
Okay, how do we get past him?
Honestly, I thought government officials who got this.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the car?
You can't tell from this distance.
Well, I guess I mean Paige probably has a zoom lens on her camera that she can probably use to have a look over at the Land Rover and see if there's anyone around there driving it or whatever.
Cool. I will give you a choice, Paige. You can spend a benevolence to dictate what you see, or you can roll investigate. And we together can work out what you see.
Let's just say
there's 7 benevolences left in the pool, just to let you know.
Yeah, let's just use that benevolence and say that this guy's alone.
Okay. So I will
Yeah,
put a
and if
caveat
he
on this.
wasn't supposed
There
to
is
be, the other guy's gone off.
Yeah. There is nobody else in the car, which is where you were looking. That's what the benevolence is saying. It doesn't state that there's not anybody else around. It's that there's nobody else in the car.
I mean, we're teenagers.
So
That's
as
all
far
the
as you're
information
aware,
we need.
yeah. As far as you're aware at the moment, there is one person guarding the doorway. He's got that very, very stereotypical Men in Black, the TV show Men in Black. He's got the glasses on. He could quite easily drop into some bad Doctor Who ripoff somewhere, some Torchwood stuff or something.
What's up? What time of day is it?
It is about now 2 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, I think Paige is going to Okay, it's just turn to the others. Okay, I think I might have an idea of to get him out, you know, out of the way. We just probably gonna need someone to distract him while we move their car a bit.
1 second. We appear to have lost a player.
I've lost a Heather.
We've lost a Heather. Let me.
Oh no.
That's okay. Chat has completely lost me.
Yeah, I guess maybe something has happened because they're not online anywhere.
Do we want to go to break?
Oh no.
Circle back.
So,
because of the jelly beans, isn't it?
It's because of the jelly beans. Yes, it's your fault.
I'm just over here looking at my cat, who just decided that she just wants to lie down all over my table.
So, do we want to pause for 5? Take an early break to see what has happened.
Either that, or I can pull a utility cam in.
I was going to say put pause, and then we'll put a utility cam in, and then go from there.
Sounds good.
So we will be back in a few minutes where we set up a better overlay and see if we can work out how Heather has disappeared. Maybe Stuart has taken them and run off with them. But yeah, so we'll be back in a few.
No.
Hi, we're back. Unsure where Heather has gone. Heather may have just seen some cat run down the street and has chased after it. But has disappeared
She
into
was
the.
going after a cat rather when she already has Stewart.
It's what Yankees do.
Yeah. So moving on. When we find out what has happened with Tracy, we will bring her back in the game. But I guess her internet has cut out for some reason. So yeah, we have a truck, not a truck, some kind of off-road vehicle that is empty. Some men in black, stooge, stood by the entrance to the church. Restart.
Okay, so I have a plan.
Okay.
It would just involve us moving their car and in a way that'll hopefully distress them enough to kind of leave the post.
Marcus.
On it.
Oh, he's already gone. Look at that.
And I'll make
So-
my way over to the Range Rover.
Was there another
Marcus.
part to this plan, Paige, or
I mean, like that. I was gonna go see see if I can the hot wire it. Yeah, I think Marcus is probably the better option to figure out how to hot wire it. I only
Honestly,
just
I
started
was-
reading the book.
I mean, I was
think
just going to
Marcus
call
is
him out
gonna
because of how
hotwire?
happy. He looked uncomfortably happy about this plan, and I was going to call him out, and I think he took it as me telling him to go.
Oh,
So while you're
Wow.
having this conversation about shit, should we have let Marcus do this? Marcus, what are
Yes.
you doing?
I am going over to the Range Rover.
Land Rover,
Yep, Land Rover. Sorry.
one of the two.
The Rover.
The Ford? No, not a Rover, because in the 1980s, the Rover was actually a make of car.
Son of a bitch. Y'all gotta get your shit together. All right, so.
Fuck you, at least we didn't design the Ford.
You mean the most affordable and easily reparable car?
You mean the car where the bottom falls off it very regularly?
But you can put that bottom back on
you-
easily.
Only in America, not in the rest of Europe, where we have laws against that shit.
Get more creative.
Yeah, that sounds like a.
I mean, I feel like at the bottom of your car can actually fall out. I think that's a huge
An inherent design
flaw.
flaw. Yes.
Law ain't never stopped no American from doing
Bottoms
nothing.
should not be falling out. There should be like a solid.
And that doesn't just go for
Brown.
cars. Just to put it out there.
All right.
Anyway, so,
So,
Marcus,
yes, in
what
an
did
attempt
you
to keep this going, I'm going to go over there, and if it's not too much trouble with everybody, I will use one of our remaining benevolences.
That will take us down to 5.
Only 5, okay. I would like to jump into the driver's seat and do the classic 80 movies move of looking all over, trying to find keys. Obviously not in the ignition, but
My question
sun visor,
is,
sun visor, and then the keys drop out from the sun visor.
my thought process here is yeah, I know this is a movie thing and it's probably an American thing, but English people tend to lock their car doors.
Yeah, so do Americans, but
He's got a Valpine hammer.
So is the benevolence being spent to say that Mr. Stooge dude is dumb enough to not lock the military vehicle?
it was
He's
to
got
have.
he's got a Valpine hammer.
I do have a ball-peen hammer, yes, but
Okay.
it was more to make sure that there is a set of keys for I can start the car because I cannot.
So if you want there to be a set of keys to start the car, so you've got a choice here.
Okay.
The door is either open
Okay.
or there's a set of keys inside the car to start.
I'll take the set of
And
the
keys
door is locked.
inside because I can.
So you,
Yeah. Alistair.
Doc,
yes, yes.
I would like to point out one of the premises of this game is that adults are dumb and stinky. So if the argument is that whether or not he's dumb enough to leave the door unlocked, the answer must therefore be yes without. Hold up.
No. I'm just going to say thank you, Ben.
Hold up.
Thank you, Ben.
Spending the benevolence.
Dang it, Ben.
You can say that. However, that's not the premise of the game. The premise of the game is that adults are a pain in the ass and ruin kids' lives.
Dang it, Ben.
Having a locked car door is ruining the kids' lives, is in premise with the game.
This is why we have a ball peen hammer.
Also, I was going to say, if you're going to argue this, I'll just use the malevolence Ben just gave you, and I'll say Betty's for later. So, your choice is, I will let you use the benevolence for one of those two options. Either the door is unlocked, or there are keys inside the car that you can use.
I would like the keys inside the vehicle, please.
You want the keys inside the car. That is fine. You can see them. So as you said, we'll do the 80s movies thing. They are in the sun visor. You can see the tag hanging out. They've not hidden them well enough, and you can see kind of like the key fob hanging out from it, but the keys are hidden there.
Okay.
All you need to do now is somehow get into this car or vehicle.
A vehicle.
Oh, is that the British term? Vehicle.
I
thought they called it a car.
I guess getting through the bottom that falls out.
This is not a Ford, unfortunately. This is a car designed to go off road and not have salt make it rust and fall apart. Because it's an English car and it knows how to be built properly.
A sentence
it was designed
for 10 whole miles.
Literally never said before.
No, it's not. It's not a US sports car. We can run for longer than 10 miles before being refilled. This is so you remember. So in World War II, these trucks that got sent out and could be repaired on a dime. It's one of those, but with a roof, basically.
So you're saying that the roof is removable?
Not on this one.
This one's a
I
special one.
was going to say, it depends on how many tools you have, but in general, no. Depending on how many saws and hammers and firefighters you have access to, depends on how removable that roof is.
This one's a special fuck them kids in particular roof.
Yeah, fuck the kids.
All right, so I'm gonna say.
So Marcus.
Yeah.
How are you breaking into a vehicle?
So I taking out my iconic item of the ball peen hammer, which I don't have.
This will give you That's fine. This will give you an advantage on the roll if you can convince me it's a good reason and it works.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to use a hammer to smash out a window. I feel as though a hammer is a good tool in which to break glass.
Yes, I did, however, say this is obviously a military vehicle.
Sure.
I mean,
but you do have
just tap. You use the ball peen hammer to tap it at just the right spot that the windshield that the window just kind of slides down. because I mean they do that like when you
that's a good point.
Like, they do that when you get locked out of your car, right? You kind of you have to stick something down.
Oh, that lifts up the lock.
Yeah, but you're not using a hammer for that.
So what I will do is, depending upon the number of successes, will depend on how you open the car and how cool the open is. Okay. But this is also it's late 80s. The government like to spend money, but they're not that rich. Right. They don't have electric windows. These are like they've got to roll them down windows. Right. So that could be a thing, but we'll see. You roll your dice.
Okay.
If you're going to smack the window with your hammer.
Yes,
I'm going to
please.
guess to try and smash it.
Yes.
So for that, you are going to get an advantage on. We'll say it's a force.
Okay.
We'll use force.
Okay.
So force body. Roll that many dice with an advantage gives you +1 dice.
+1 die.
Yep.
Alisai, would you be so kind as to roll me 8 d6s?
Okay, before we do this, I want you to think about what just happened.
Okay, you're right. Good call. Medi, would you be so kind as to roll me 8 d6s, please?
Okay. I guess it's. I'll do the ASMR thing now. I'm not sure if my mic can have to pick that up, but
I will point out just one thing with the whole ASMR thing. I know a lot of people love it, but there is also a large proportion of the society who have a major aversion to it. There is something called misophonia.
Dysphonia.
yeah.
This is something that
fair.
I suffer from.
Okay.
Now, the dice noise is not so much of a bad thing for me. For me, there's a lot of the noises are kind of like eating noises and slurpy noises. I get murdery when I hear people eat cereal.
I know
but-
that feel. That
yeah.
it's the same for me with mufflers.
Yeah, so
I had to fight really hard not to throw my phone at them.
My girlfriend's the same way. Is that like a rugby thing?
I don't know, but there is so the same thing that causes, from what I remember, well, Medi is rolling the dice. The same thing that causes the joy for certain people. So it's an actual medical thing, ASMR. The same thing that causes the joy in certain sounds for people causes, I won't say revulsion, but weird responses in other people. Kind of like, you know how you just the imagination of fingers down a chalkboard. To me, that doesn't bother me, but the idea that when people go, "Oh, fingers down a chalkboard," everyone's, that's misophonia. But it's the opposite reaction to what ASMR is.
Two
So
sixes.
2 6s. Cool. So, Marcus,
Yes.
you walk up to the car. You look at it. You look in the window. Yeah, the windows are tinted, but again, cheap government vehicle. It's not tinted that well. You can look through and you can see that. So you go, okay. You stroke the window, and as you're doing this, Gigi and Paige are going. Was this a good idea? Have we just fucked up? The dude by the church kind of looks over, perplexed, but doesn't see a problem.
That page is like, he's looking over. Like, hide.
And he's looking over towards the car, so you two are fine.
Okay.
He sees
yeah.
you pull out the hammer.
Yeah, Paige. In that case, Paige is going to sneak over to him, like
Yeah. So he's not looking at you. He's looking at Steve as Marcus is going. Sees Marcus bring the hammer back, and he's like, "Oi!" And as he says, "Kid," you smack the window. The window cracks and shatters as bulletproof glass shatters and reinforced glass shatters. It doesn't break all the way in. But what it does do is it breaks enough that if you just went, hoi,
The whole
you knew that if you just kind of pushed it, it would fall in.
Yeah.
You have to make that sound, though.
The man is now, oi, kid, get the fuck, don't you fucking break my window, get the fuck away from my car. Oi. And he's moving towards you. Hoi. Do you also dive at that point, like properly dive?
Might as well. Absolutely.
Do we want to make this roll because we know how well that worked last time?
Make the roll?
As in jumping over a fence, jumping through a window.
Oh yeah, no. Let's let this. This is called an arc, and Marcus's arc is succeeding on a Jackie Chan jump.
Cool. Move.
This is gonna be.
Move body.
Is this the Cornetto trilogy?
This is when Marcus jumps through and severs his carotid artery somewhere.
Or catch my leg on it. Medi, why wonderful Medi, could you please roll me 66?
Okay.
We have a wonderful, well, this is happening. We have a wonderful description, misophonia, in the chat. Misophonia, or selective sound sensitivity syndrome, sound rage, is a disorder of decreased tolerance to specific sounds or their associated stimuli or cues. These cues, known as triggers, are experienced as unpleasant or distressing and tend to evoke strong negative emotional, psychological, and behavioral responses that are not seen in most people, as in murder rage.
I just love
Fucking
hearing
eat
that in
with
your
mouth
accent.
closed. You what?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, 1-6.
1-6. Fuck it. Yes, you dive through the window.
Whoop.
But you are now kind of trying. Your feet. You're like halfway through. You're clawing in.
Yeah, it's not very graceful. It's still a middle schooler
And you
trying
know
to crawl
what?
through a window.
I am going to use a malevolence here for
Oh, no.
comedy value.
Okay.
Not for anything bad, but for comedy value.
Okay.
As you are clawing in, and you're not. I'm going to control a little bit of the story,
Sure.
or a little bit of the situation and your abilities. As you are climbing through, yeah, you're aware of cars and you're kind of aware of some things in the cars. But in the middle of the car, between the two seats, there's obviously the gear stick and there's this other stick that you're not quite sure what it does. And you reach over to grab it to pull yourself in. This is the handbrake. As you do that and you grab it, you knock it off. You turn off the handbrake and you're trying to pull yourself into the car. And as you're doing this, the car slowly starts to roll down the gentle hill that is parked on.
Perfect.
And
Finally,
Marcus's legs are dangling out the window of this car as it starts to roll down a hill.
Finally,
kid, no, and the guy starts running down. After he's got no clue, he doesn't care about Paige or Gigi. He's not seen you. He's just like now just got this kid hanging out of his car, which is now basically freewheeling down this road.
Does he have like a tag? Does he have have like a key card thing or tag on his belt?
Not that you can see. He's in a proper suit. Everything like.
Okay.
We're going full Men in Black suit thing here. You can't see anything.
Okay.
But the church is now unguarded.
Okay.
Marcus is in a freewheeling vehicle. Hi, Marcus.
Okay, let's get in now. Before they come back.
You think he'll be okay?
Well,
it's Marcus.
Yeah, he should be fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, you're back at the beach, and that time I was planning on just pushing those cars down the slope. Glad that this time it actually worked.
Yeah, why did it work this time and it didn't last time? Like,
I know, right?
I just feel like there's some kind of inconsistency in the physics and how sand works. Oh, that's not important to us, though. We're only teenagers. Let's get to the church.
Sorry, where's this stand?
And we go to the church.
You're on a street. There's no sand here.
I don't know where this church is. It's been like 8 months since we started this game.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Paige is it's going over and checking the lock.
Yeah, as you're going over and you are dragging so obviously there's also Stuart here, and you're dragging Stuart over. Stuart's head pops out of the truck and kind of looks quizzically as Marcus is disappearing over the horizon. Steve has put a wonderful GIF in Discord chat that relates to this.
Oh no.
So the end where the alien heads pop up,
clip.
It's Mac and me.
Yes.
Oh,
and Mac's head as it pops up at the end. That's what Stuart has just done. Marcus, what? So yes, as you go over to the church, it is a little bit hard dragging over, but it's a cobbled path. The weeds get in the way a little bit. There's no sand here. You get to the door. The door is not locked because it's an old, decrepit, decayed wooden door. But it is closed. Usually, it's not fully closed. It's usually slightly ajar because kids and drunks and down and outs
Wow, they be
like to go
downgraded.
in there during night to do things.
So, Medi, our characters are teenagers. Are they going to
You're 13.
recognize? Are they going to recognize this, or are we just going to say door closed, must open?
I'd say door
I was-
closed
is
must open.
Yeah, I was saying that. We're gonna
Okay.
open the door.
You're just going to push it open?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
One guard
opens.
is gone. The only guard that's at this church. The
Yeah,
only person
the
that we
only
had to
guard
worry
that you've
about.
the only person there's no other problems at
And I
all.
trust the way that you're saying, yeah, because you
Mhm.
wouldn't lie to us, because that would be mean.
Sweet old innocent me.
It's pride. You can't do this to me.
I do love the fact that I wish I'd like.
Oh God.
It is pride and everything, but I'm just like, it's too hot for me to bother. So I'm like, try to be sweet and innocent me, but it's like I still look like a black metal Viking.
Your
It doesn't
envy.
really- it just doesn't work.
I just remembered that. You can do whatever you want during Pride. Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, so you go you we're going for the full 80s movie reference thing today. You move to the door and open it, and it does that stereotypical horror movie door screech to open. And the church is, as you go in, it is exactly the same as when it was a couple of days ago, a couple of months ago when you were here last. It's dusty. It's just grim. It's broken down. However, there is one difference. The path from the door down the center of the aisle, off to the right or left, I can't remember which way, but whatever way leads to the basement of the church that I still haven't remembered the name of. Catacomb kind of thing, place. I don't know. It's got a special name. It's not a catacomb, but ossuary. No, there's not
Okay.
dead skulls over here. Whatever. The what did you say, Midi?
Nothing.
Okay.
I actually don't remember what I was trying to say.
Ossuary.
Ossuaries are underground parts of a church covered in bones.
Yeah.
Covered in bones.
Yeah.
Bones.
Sounds like something the Anglicans would do.
Really not. It's very much more of a Catholic thing, weirdly. Go to Portugal and go to Czech Republic. Bob. But the Undercroft. There we go. The path between the door down the aisle to the Undercroft has been well walked. All of the dust and dirt and detritus has been kicked to the side. You head down towards the Undercroft, and you get to the top of the stairs. As you get to the top of the stairs, you hear talking coming from down below. And on that point, we shall go back to Marcus. Marcus, the hill was not very big.
Okay.
The car has rolled about 20 meters downhill.
Okay.
During this time, you have managed to get into the vehicle.
Okay. For
But
the
as
Americans in the audience, that's approximately 2 first downs.
To what?
18 dolphins.
27 tigers. 20
Oh,
meters
ethereal.
is about 60 feet. If you want a very, very rough, shitty conversion, there are 3 feet to a meter. It's about 3.2, 3.3.
Which we
But
call
there's a very,
which we
very
call a
rough.
yard. We call 3 feet a yard. And 10 yards is a
Oh,
first.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, and so for 10 yards is a first down in football. Real American tough football.
But you don't use your foot on the ball.
We use
Yeah,
You
we
have
do.
we
what?
use
You
our
have
feet on
one.
3 specific plays that are called special teams, and because they're special, they get the name.
Also, who does 3 like that and not like that?
Someone who can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 1, 2, in brackets.
Okay, I mean, like, wait. Like, who doesn't count how?
One,
like
two,
this?
three. Yeah, don't like going 1, 2,
1,
3.
2,
So
3,
3
4,
is like
5.
Yeah. I mean,
me because I
that's
don't
how
have an opposable thumb.
Oh, well,
you go.
evolve?
But also in England, like it's 3
I mean,
because it's clearer than doing that. The
Yeah.
thumb is harder to see at a distance. If you do that, it's easier. But yeah, anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yes, the car had rolled down the hill.
right.
The car had rolled down the hill 60 feet. It's really weird. It's like I'm English and I'm using meters. I've spent far too much of my life in countries. I think I've now spent a quarter or over a quarter of my life living in countries that use proper metric. England kind of does half and half. It's very weird. But yeah, so 60 feet, 20 meters ish. You've rolled down, the car has come to a stop, and you're now sat in the seat, and you're like, got your hands on the steering wheel. Cool, right. You look up, ready to grab the keys. He's like, I've got this. I've driven a car before. Have you driven a car before?
Absolutely not.
Cool.
No way, shape, or form.
As you do that, and you're about to grab that, a hand sits on the a now empty window of the car. What do you call it? What the gap where the window used to be. One hand sits there, and then another one comes around, and a head posts. Like, what are you doing here, then, lad?
So there was a bee. I was in the woods, and then there was a bee, and I needed to get away from the bee, and so I wanted to get into the car to get away from the bee, but then the bee chased me, and your window fell out by itself.
So I'm guessing then you tried to kill the bee with a hammer, and you just so happened to hit the bee so hard that it went into the car, and then you had to get into the car to get the bee out of. Yeah, get out of the fucking car, mate.
It's the 80s. It's all bench seats.
He's opened he's reached in through now the car door or the Range Rover Jeep.
No,
Jeep, that's the word. Jeep.
No.
He's reached in and opened it and opened the door. It's like, get out the fucking Jeep.
What if I could drive it back to where it was?
Tell me you've driven before
I've
without
driven
lying.
Ooh, we learned about this in school. That's a paradox.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
I mean, tractors you can probably drive a tractor.
This
Bumper
is
cars
England.
work.
They don't have tractors.
Hey, yes, no. Paige really has just hit on. Sorry, Paige Medi has just really hit on a thing here that it's Norfolk. You've probably driven tractors or like quad bikes or something like that. Norfolk is all fucking farmland.
Sure. All right,
Last
I'll
game
get
was
out of the
last round,
car.
but okay.
Well done, lad. Now, give me the keys.
These keys?
Yeah, them. Well, fuck me, you're actually going to get. Oh, okay. I thought for a moment Marcus was actually going to. You
Got him.
fucking
Got
hell,
you.
Get him!
Shit, this is at the point. Okay.
Jeez,
No. He closes the car. He closes the Jeep door. He purposefully. So it's the door. The door is closed, and he purposely looks at you and hits the lock button that is quite clearly available to anybody to try and get because there's no window there through this open window. Looks at you and goes, "You think you're clever?"
There was another key.
um, I I used to have LAs.
you can get through this. You're a big, tough guard guy. I mean, you're not, but the character is.
Doesn't help with you. Punch.
What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Don't look at me. I'm not in here.
Right, fuck it. I don't care how fucking old you are. He reaches into the car, pulls out a sawn off.
Ho, hey, whoa, ho, hey!
Go find me those fucking keys and bring them to me and then fuck off. You're in Norfolk. You've seen a sawn off shotgun. Farmers have them all the time.
Sure.
It's an odd weapon. So you're maybe actually no.
If that does like just player Steve is thinking to himself, that doesn't seem like something a government guard would have. But I don't know if Marcus is able to make that.
That's kind of where I'm trying to go with this. It's like,
sure.
Do we think Marcus would know that a sawn off shotgun matches a government type?
Okay. Oh, I can if you'll buy it.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. Are you? I thought you were like a man in black. My friend said you were like a government agent. I thought y'all were supposed to have like cool.
I am a man, and I am in a black suit, so they're not wrong. I am a man in black.
Okay.
And I'm the one with the fucking gun.
Yeah, you got like some farmer's boomstick.
Do you know what these things do up close to somebody's head?
Yeah, child.
No.
Do you want to find out?
No.
Get me those fucking keys and stop asking dumb questions.
Bar though.
Click. Click.
I will go off towards the direction I threw the keys. Rummage around, but it's the woods. What I would like to do.
It's not the woods. It's not the woods. So what you did is you threw them into the overgrown churchyard, where all the grass is probably up to about your neck height.
Oh, perfect, excellent, great. Okay,
so he's the short one.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter whether you're short or not. This is an overgrown churchyard in England.
Okay.
That grass is going to be fucking tall.
Oh, perfect. Then in that case, I will go off to where I threw the keys. Go into the tall grass. Probably get bit up by. Do y'all have bugs over there? Is that a thing y'all have?
When you say bugs, what do you mean?
Like
skeeters.
Yeah, you got skeeters.
We
and
don't have
ticks.
we don't have mosquitoes, but we have the English equivalent, which are called midges. Now these are mosquitoes, but about a tenth of the size.
Okay, and they bite.
But do exactly the same. Yeah,
Okay.
they bite exactly the same really annoying fucking way as mosquitoes do.
Okay.
But they're about 10 times
Don't
as
like
small.
that you add 2 extra syllables to mosquitoes. Okay.
I just thought it was skeeters.
Okay. I will go to the tall grass. I will attempt to look for the keys, but in doing so, hopefully use the tall grass to do a move stealth or move hide and disappear from his sight and loop back around to the church and lose sight of him since, that's I want to get away from this person.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to make you roll another dice roll for
Okay.
sneak because the grass is long enough.
Sure.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just typing messages.
Okay.
So yeah, you can scoot around the church quite easily, and you scoot away from him. And as you're doing this, you just see the guy. He's leaning against the car. He's got the shotgun resting against his shoulder. Eventually, after a point, you also think like, hang on a minute, that's a sawn-off shotgun. That's probably got like a 5-foot shooting range. So you just kind of scoot around and hide around in all the churchy goodness. And eventually you stumble through a back door or a broken window into the church as you see Gigi and Paige stood at the top of the stairs to the undercroft, looking at each other with confusion as voices are quiet, muffled voices. You can hear them, you can't hear what they're saying at the moment, but there are definitely quiet, muffled voices coming from the undercroft, which is where the entrance to the tunnel is that you found the thingy earlier.
So, Paige, do you have a part 2 to your plan? Oh, hey, Marcus.
Hey, hi. Hey. That guy has a gun.
It's Margaret
The
Thatcher's
what?
England. We all have guns.
Paige, why didn't Paige? Th-
Yeah.
th-
Wait, he has a gun?
He's got a gun, but not like a. Okay, so now like in the movies when the government like agents are all like coming in and saving the day, they have like little machine guns that go like, and they're all cool and they make all the sounds. He didn't have that. He had like just a regular old cottage shotgun, and he like totally
Okay.
pointed it at me, and then I like dodged out of the way, and I like did like a roll, and then I ran and I slid like Jackie Chan out of the way of what I assume was a shot, but I don't know if it was or not, but maybe probably was.
It wasn't.
It could have been. You don't know. You weren't there.
I would have heard it.
Okay.
Guns are loud, Marcus.
I don't think
Guns are
Marcus should
loud.
be standing here if they fired the gun.
Look, I did something really cool.
You did, and we are very proud.
Yeah.
Now, unless you got something really cool to distract the people down these stairs,
Okay, so I I threw his keys, and then he was like, "Go get the keys." So I went to go get the keys, but the grass was really tall, and that's where I did like my total ninja moves, and then I disappeared
Paige, do you
from
have a
sight.
plan?
I'm thinking of one.
We should hurry before he catches up to us.
Yeah. Did, did you did you did you have did he like drop? Did Ryan just drop his sunglasses?
His sunglasses? No. Maybe? Did he? Perhaps?
He's still wearing them.
Okay, yeah. She's rummages through her own her own bag for sunglasses and like, okay, this might just be crazy enough to work. I'm going to see if I can talk my way past them.
Okay. Okay.
So you're just going to
Saunter
down,
over
saunter over. Okay, cool.
and pretend.
So as you
I
head
say,
down,
yeah, she's just going to head down on her own. And it's like,
yeah, as you head down, whether Gigi or Marcus follows doesn't really matter. You are the first one. You are the first one to just kind of saunter on down.
Yeah.
You see the room as you left it. It's the same room. The big metal gate is still there. It is still brown. It's shiny new compared to the old decrepit ruins of the rest of the Undercroft. But the gate is open. There is one person kind of inside the tunnel and two others inside the room. They're kind of sat in they're talking in a group kind of at that boundary of the entrance to the tunnel. As you walk down, they don't at first notice you. You catch a little bit of the conversation as you kind of come down the Undercroft and you turn a corner into the room. And it basically sounds like they're talking just shop. Like it's maybe a change of shift or something. Two of them are in Men in Black-esque suits. What the one in the tunnel is in Men in Black, and one inside the room is in Men in Black. And there's another guy who looks like he's basically in a jumpsuit and a worker's overall or something. That has odd stains and burn marks all over it. But it's just like, oh yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, it's time to change shifts, mate. Yeah, how's everything going on? No problems and nothing like that. It's kind of just general chit chat. Nothing of any import that would relate to anything that might pique your interest. But no one has seen you yet.
Okay. Is there like any sort of like large number of like objects and stuff stacked around, at the end of the hall, maybe that you could?
There's a lot of stonework. Small stones, large stones, carved stones, broken stones. Roll me a d6, 1d6, and tell me if it's even or odd.
Okay. Evens.
There's a skull.
There's
It's just a skull lying in a corner somewhere. It's like it's fallen out of maybe a reliquary or something that used to be kept down here.
Okay. Are there lights?
There are, well, it's midday, so there's kind of ambient light coming down from outside.
I figured like you're indoors, so like it's probably like maybe like.
But yeah,
light
indoors there are battery or generator-driven phosphorescent lights. You can hear in the background down the tunnel somewhere like a diesel generator running that is powering the lights. So it's well lit. They're just not paying attention to you because they're too busy talking about the game on TV last night of football
Okay, yeah, Paige is going to try. I'm trying. Yeah, like actually, how close is Marcus and the GG to the generator?
They're nowhere near because that's down the tunnel.
Okay, yeah. Paige is going
There's
to
nothing
try
in
and
the
sneak
church.
down to the tunnel so she could like turn turn off the generator.
Okay, so to sneak past these, it is going to be a sneak roll with disadvantage 2. So remove 2 dice from your sneak roll.
Okay, let's see here.
Sorry, I think it's sneak body. I think, isn't it? Yeah, sneak body.
Okay, so 3 dice.
And you're going to need at least 2 successes. It's quite a wide open space.
I'm glad I don't have to roll that. I only have 3 body and nothing in sneak.
So you'd be rolling 1 dice and hoping for 2 successes.
We're we're picking up the skull and like throwing it down there.
That would not be a sneak. You would not be sneaking past.
As a distraction.
That would be drawing attention to things. There's 3 of them, and 2 of them are military men in black.
Yes, I mean,
think about Paige being the wonderful conspiracy theorist lover that she is, and about how she might think of how well trained men in black are. Does Paige think she can sneak past men in black? If you roll well enough, I will allow it. But I'm also just like, think about the love that she has for conspiracy theories and things like that. Does she feel like she's trained enough to sneak past these? Or will she need help from other people for distractions? A sacrificial lamb, so to speak.
We are not sacrificing Stuart.
I like how
honestly, I was thinking
someone
else entirely, but
I was going to say I like how Gigi thought I meant Stuart there and not Gigi.
Why would we sacrifice Gigi? She's the hero of the story.
So obviously you sacrifice Marcus.
Hey,
okay, I will. If you want me to, I will give you a massive hint that will cost you 3 benevolence, which will put you down to 2.
I say do it.
Yeah.
Somebody quick, give us 3 benevolence. Sure.
Okay, so you now have 2 benevolence. Stuart is still in his little truck that is quite noisy if it gets thrown down some stairs. There are 2 sets of stairs that lead into this room.
Marcus.
Yeah.
I just had an idea.
Okay.
Like a flash from the good Lord above.
Okay. Oh, I am your god. I like this.
I regret what I've just said in character. For no reason at all. It's just regret
the 4th wall
that Gigi feels. We need to get Marcus out. And I just made up this word. I think it's going to be huge in about 40 years. We yeet that wagon down the stairs.
Okay. And then run down the other stairs?
And then run down the other stairs.
That makes sense to me. I like it.
Yeah.
Are we set up to do that?
Okay. So, thank you very much, Ethereal Artisan. You now have 3 benevolence. So, that only costs you 2, in theory.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm going to be, because we're not using them, I'm going to be kind and give you occasional options where I can give you those hints, but burning more benevolence to give you them. So yeah, you You see Paige go down one of the staircases down, and you kind of go, oh, she might need some help. So like, Stuart is still feeling very, very guilty for the way that he treated Gigi, and so actually behaves and listens to Gigi. Didn't particularly like being in the truck anyway. It was a bit too jostly, so seems a little bit happy to get out of it. Comes out, gets out, snuffles at your hands as you're trying to yeet this thing down the stairs, and you do, and it clatters down the stairs.
Classic 80s term, yeet.
Yeet, yes. And as this happens, and all this clattering happens, Paige, you've just got to the bottom of the stairs, and you're making your decision as to whether you can sneak past them or not, and things. And there's this massive commotion, and you can just see the red trolley fly down the stairs and scoot through the room. And you're like, and
I
then
look
the
at
three
Marcus.
people who are talking, they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
I
And
look
they
at
all
Marcus.
just run over to it.
Run,
Go.
run, and we run.
Okay, so
Where's
you
Stuart?
You two run. Oh,
We run down the stairs that they're not coming up.
Yeah,
Right.
you run
Where's
down the
Stuart?
stairs that Paige went down.
Correct.
Yes.
Can all three of you make me a move body roll?
Okay, so that's a body roll.
I will give a very big hint here. Paige, roll higher than the other two.
Oh. Me and
Don't
my
worry.
true body.
You're going to succeed with one of us.
Me and my true
No,
body,
don't
though.
fall down.
Man.
It fell down. It doesn't count.
Can I spend a luck point?
Yeah, you should have 2 luck points,
Yeah, I spend that luck point.
and obviously the luck points get refreshed every session. So yes, you might as well spend them.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take that condition.
I'm not off. That's the thing. Actually, no. Yes, that is a thing. So, if you take the condition, the next, I will give you. No, I won't give you a condition. I'm going to keep you at the fail because it's
Okay.
funny. Because it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
You're not going to get the condition, but it's more of a comedy aspect.
Okay.
The reason for the success. So let's just see what everybody else got. So did anybody roll any successes? So we got 0 on Marcus. We got 0 on Gigi. Did Paige roll any successes? Did we all fail this?
We all failed this.
Okay, this is brilliant. This is not quite as funny as I would hope, but it's still funny enough.
Do you want me
truck.
to roll again?
No, I don't want you to roll again because it's still an hilarious outcome. The truck gets thrown down these stairs. It makes a god awful racket, and the 3 stooges, not you 3, the other 3 stooges, run off to check that. But at the same time, Gigi and Marcus run the opposite way to try and get down the stairs. Stuart gets very excited by all of the noise and the excitement and the movement and chases after you. Stuart is not used to being this big. Stuart has only spent the last maybe 8 to 10 hours at this size and has feet and legs and is not used to feet and legs. Trips over, rolls down the stairs, lands in the back of Marcus and Gigi. Marcus and Gigi tumble down the stairs. Paige, you've seen the opportunity. The 3 stooges have run off to the red truck. You make your dash. towards the entrance of the tunnel. And as you make that dash, you almost make it. You very almost make that first step. But Marcus lands on top of you.
Oh.
The four of you are now in a heap at the bottom of the stairs. It's not a noisy heap. It's very much not as noisy as this clattering truck. But you are now very much in a heap. A pile of limbs, legs, hair, slobbery, weird, purple, hairless greyhound
Sheep.
thing
Yeah.
that is nuzzling you all and is really enjoying you, getting a feeling of great excitement off him and fun, like almost like it's a game. And you two obviously don't know, like, so Gigi and Marcus, you don't know how many other people were down here.
Sure.
But Paige, you're like, shit, oh fuck, now we're trapped and there's 3 people. Ah, fuck, panic. But yeah, so cuddle puddle.
Ow. Ow.
Ow. Yeah, but here you go. Get
Mine
off
later.
Of me.
Run now.
Get up. Go.
Yep.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay.
Ow.
Where are we going? That way? This way?
This way.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Stuart.
And suddenly a bunch of 13-year-old kids realize what it's like to be a 40-year-old with back problems.
Ooh.
If anything will do it, I think falling downstairs will take care of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess in Paige's case, it's like people dogpiling on her.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll for convenience sake, you all manage to get up, untangle yourselves, and stumble quickly, half falling, half walking into the tunnel. You know where you are, you recognize it, you know where to go. As you get into the tunnel, Stuart has followed you. Stuart's enjoying this. He's jumping around, doing the proper puppy kind of thing, and has joined you. And he's just about to run off down the tunnel away from you. You've just entered in. You hear, "Oi! What are you kids doing down here?" As one of the goons kind of gets up from looking at the toy, the truck that has just been thrown down there. Looks at you. "You should be down here, kids. What the fuck are you doing down here?"
Youth ministry?
Spying for the Russians?
Am I 37? David sent us.
Hi, Onyx Path. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
I've just been raided by Onyx Path and Plastic Plays. So cool. Hi, everybody. This is going well.
Oh no, we have a slightly larger audience.
We're a disaster!
This is the most professional game you will ever watch ever on Twitch. So yes.
I remember to pull out my dice.
Yeah,
and that's not a euphemism. So yes, anyway, the guy looks at you and was like, "Youth ministry? Am I what? Russians? You're fucking kids. This is an abandoned church.
Youth ministry? Run.
What is that? What's that? Oi, that's the creature.
Run.
Yeah, yeah. Paige is just like I guess like running over and I guess just pushing Stuart on.
Stuart's already gone.
Yeah.
Stuart
Does anybody
picked up on me saying run before everyone else did?
Stuart picked up on you saying run like 5 seconds before you said run. He'd already he'd got a new place to explore. The question that I'm going to give you for free, and I'm not going to make you spend benevolence on this one, is: does anybody want to shut the gate before you run?
Yes.
Oh, Stuart in his little fluffy hat. Oh,
Onyx Path? We have fan art of Stuart.
Stuart is a creature.
Yeah.
Stuart is our best friend. Stuart has ears in that, and I've decided that Stuart doesn't have ears, so fan art is slightly wrong. But at the point fan art was
Oh my
drawn,
God.
at the point that was, we didn't have a conversation about ears.
Anyways, though, yeah,
So it's
Paige
made
Paige is
with
like
love.
just kicking the door closed, and hopefully that mag lock
Yeah,
engages.
you throw it close and the lock engages, and as you oh, Stuart does have ears. Shit. Anyway, ignore that entire conversation at the beginning of the thing where you're trying to put hands over ears of Stuart. Stuart cannot hear. He has ears, but he cannot hear.
Here, here.
Here. This Stuart would make. Rachel
Hello,
has just said
Stolen
that they
Fires.
just. Yes, they've just come from Pugmire, and I think Stuart would make a great addition to Pugmire.
What's Puckmeyer?
D&D with dogs.
Ah,
It's a really rough game.
So anyway, the gate is closed.
Oh.
So as the gate gets closed, you run off down the tunnel. You hear from behind you this kerfuffle of, "Oi, get your fucking key out! Fucking tunnels! Like we were changing over. Where's your fucking key?" And there's like everyone's trying to fight to open things. You should fucking call headquarters. The fucking creature. That was a fucking creature. There's a big, and as you run down, it all kind of fades out of your hearing. You recognize the tunnel. You run past a discarded piece of damp cardboard.
Really?
it's still there.
That's a callback.
It's been there for the last couple months.
Yeah, it's almost like it's been preserved in the detritus and sewage.
Oh gosh.
Why are you doing that to my box?
It's all moist now. And soggy.
Watershed.
Watershed.
Actually, no. No. I was going to say we were all in the right time zones for that, but unfortunately, no. Medi is still in pre 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
anyway,
one more hour until 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. You run down. You get to the point where, and as you remember from way back when you stole Stuart as an egg, where you found him as an egg.
Liberated.
You liberated
Adopted.
Stuart. Adopted. He doesn't like that word. You get down and you get to the door of the room. This is where you catch up with Stuart. You catch up with Stuart. He is sat there on his hind legs, staring at that door. Those big steel reinforced doors that are now, they're again slightly ajar, but they're rusted. They look like they're not in use. They've not been in use for a while. But Stuart is sat there staring at them, his head cocked to the side, sniffing the air quizzically. As you run up to him, he looks at you, looks back at the room, and the overwhelming emotion or connection that comes through to all three of you. It's almost as if you run mentally into a brick wall of these two words. Mama, home. The thought and desire is so powerful that it almost knocks you all to your feet. It is as if someone has slapped you in the forehead with these words. Can
Marcus.
you all make me an empathize roll? Empathize mind.
Ooh.
me 1/6 tonight. That's all I'm asking for.
All I can say is it's probably good that Heather is not here, because this would GG.
Okay, I'm gonna spend
Why?
that other luck point.
Marcus has no emotions.
I have one emotion.
Confusion.
Yeah,
What's money?
that's
What's
a fail.
Okay, so Marcus got 1. GG.
I got 2 1s.
Oh, got excited then.
Yeah, I know that was the point. I have a luck point still I can use.
Up to you.
Oh, I have to take one of these off anyway because of the upset condition, don't I?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll spend the luck point.
No. So no. Before you spend the luck point, re-roll it anyway because you've rolled too many dice.
Oh.
So re-roll the whole dice pool. Free re-roll.
Okay. Yeah! Woo! I got a 6.
You got 1 6.
I got 1.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, and Paige, you
Yeah, zilch.
got 0. Okay. So Marcus, GG, you have had a interesting enough upbringing that we'll start with Marcus here. Marcus, you obviously have a troubled upbringing, troubled relationship with your parents. That you understand that desire to know where you belong.
Mm-hmm.
It does hit you like a freight train, and it does hit to the very core of your being. But because you understand it, and because you are aware of that, Stuart has now discovered something that is connected to where he belongs. You actually feel a little bit happy about the power of the emotion. You're like, oh shit, I can actually help someone or something
Sure.
now do something that I struggle to do. And it doesn't so much as stop you in your tracks, but actually makes kind of empowers you.
Okay.
You are like, there's a split second of like, oh fuck, wow. And then it's like,
Yeah.
cool.
Got
GG. That home, that wanting to be mother or wanting mother, again, hits you like a fucking brick wall. It feels like you have just run into your house, your home. You have run in to see your dad has just come home from work and has again sat on that sofa, turned the TV on, put a sandwich himself in front of him, lit a cigarette, and zoned out. Your little brother is sat in the kitchen staring at an empty plate. This is your home, and you are the mother. Suddenly, Stuart feels like your little brother. Stuart is now part of your family, but Stuart knows where his home is, and you know that you can help him form a new home, maybe somewhere more stable, where someone actually has the money and the time to look after him. Those things that you desperately crave and desperately try to give to your family. And you really want to give this to somebody else. And you realize now in this situation, you have the opportunity to do this. You know that this is a world which is not connected to yours, but is definitely a world where, because it's not connected, you can make it better. You can make it how you want it to be. Because the government is not there, money is not there, upset of loss of family and arguments and TV dinners and stupid TV programs are not there. And so, yes, it does hit you like a brick wall. But again, it hits you with that, I know I can make this better. I have the ability to make this better. It doesn't have to be this world. I can take Stuart to a better place. Page. You run up with Marcus and Gigi. You see them stop and stumble. You almost see, shockingly, almost see tears on Marcus's face. You
You're
feel
right.
this. You feel the same hit of emotion. But why? And I'll let you do this because I don't want to control a bad reaction here. It hits you a lot harder and it drops you to your knees. But why? Why does this emotion almost incapacitate Paige?
It's
If you need to take some time to think about it, we can go for a short break and come back. I know this is quite.
Okay, I think I'm going to commit to this one. It's been floating around my head.
Yeah,
it's
so
a
this
flashback.
is up to you. If you want to take it, or we can go for a break and you can have a think about what you want to do.
It's a flashback to a funeral.
Okay.
Or I guess, or even actually flashing back to a hospital bed, hospital room.
Do you want to elaborate? As I say, I will let you control this scene because I don't want to force things like this. So again, this is as a thing to players and audiences. X cards, lines and veils, children. If this is too much, it's up to you. If you want to elaborate, you can do. If you don't, if you just want to say it's a flashback to a funeral or a hospital bed, we can leave it at that. You are in control of the situation.
Okay. Yeah, it's a flashback. It's like, I guess suddenly it's like flashing back to her, like that time at the hospital bed that she just doesn't like to think about, and most of the time that obfuscates a lot of most of her weirdness for her. And honestly thought that she stopped like put it out her mind already, but it was that that very last time that she's sees her dad.
That idea of home, of
Yeah.
completeness. Yeah.
Yeah. Like and how this not even though, like, she's got her stepdad and such, like it's never actually feels quite complete, and there, or at least like she just doesn't actually want to admit that it's that way, or let her stepdad to replace anyone.
So the idea that Stuart now understands the loss of not
Mhm.
living with his family.
Yep.
And as this happens, Stuart sees you all, sees Marcus and Gigi, and sees their connection, but also sees Paige and sees this hurt and this pain, comes up to you, Paige, and just sits and lies down, puts his head on your lap like a loving pet would do when it knows its owner is upset.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, Paige just hugs him, just
Mm.
I guess and like just buries her face. Like,
And at that point, we will actually take a 5-minute break. I know we took a break earlier due to technical issues, but we will now take a 5-minute break for comfort and for, obviously, this is quite a heavy scene. And we'll come back with a little bit of a time jump forward in about
Alice,
5 minutes.
Noms.
Yeah,
okay.
it's about the time where it should be break, comfort, drink, refresh, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so
Alice is flagging.
yeah, thank you very much. As I say, 5-10 minutes. We'll be back to wrap up this part of the end of the beginning of the end that we are coming to. So yeah, please do join us again in some time. Get snacks, things, blah, words.
Elegant.
Hi, we're back. Cool. I hope everybody has refreshed, had some food, had some drink, done bio breaks and all that kind of stuff, and we are back.
Have you had another glass of sweet tea?
I was wondering when that was going to be brought up.
I was looking for an opportunity, and there
I've
wasn't
been
one,
waiting
and then I
for
made
that
it. I should
all
have made it when
fucking
Onyx
session.
Path joined. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
they've
keep you
all.
in
I
suspense.
think they've all left.
Also,
we
I
went up to
completely
8.
forgot about it.
Yeah, we went up to 18, and we're now back down to 8. So, but I've been waiting for that all fucking session.
I think we broke our record.
I don't know. I think we were close to our record. It's like 18 or 19. We've had loads of things, but yeah, that was. I don't call that tea.
We're gonna
But
get
well,
him
that's-
swing dancing with a possum soon, y'all.
I do that anyway. It's the tea thing that I have an issue with. The rest of it's fine. Yes,
It's only
Betsy, yes, it
diabetes
is.
water if it's made right.
Yeah. But we'll leave that for a discussion in the next session. So we're going to wrap up this session. We've got a little bit to kind of get them to the end, and then we can bring up food and things in the next session if it happens. So for everybody who's around and actually watching, my thought process is we get to the end of this session, we have one more session, and then we do a wrap party. If people are interested in doing a wrap party where we just basically sit around and talk about food,
Oh,
and
good. I was
argue
going to
about
get
food.
wrapping paper.
And we can wrap you up in wrapping paper, put your nice little bow in and everything. But yeah, anyway, so
Mail
cool.
me to
We
my
are back.
girlfriend.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive. We're going to do a small time jump, not the actual time jumps that are in this fucking story, because they're months long. We're actually going to do about a 10-minute time jump. The kids have had these experiences, these emotional things that has happened. Stuart's come around, hugged them all. They've all come together and had a chat. There's still an over lingering kind of feeling of, whoa, fuck, something weird just happened. But now there's this really true desire that we can really help Stuart. Stuart is now the be all and end all goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that be all and end all goal is to get Stuart into the loop. However, so your idea at the moment is that this tunnel that you have entered leads to the loop. You have not actually researched any of this. You have just assumed that this tunnel leads to the loop. And you have not traveled past these doors. The last time you were here was when you found Stuart in the egg a couple of months ago. You took Stuart and you escaped the way you came in. You've not gone further beyond here.
Well, time to do that.
So Stuart is eager and kind of picks up on your feelings of, yes, we're going to help you. We need to get to this specific place. And you kind of, if you looked at a map of the area from on land and stuff, you know where the loop is. You know roughly where it is in like actual above ground geology, mappage, wordage things. You know where the loop is. You know where the power station is. Underground is all a little bit harder because do you know where you're heading? However, Stuart seems to want to pull you deeper into this tunnel. It's almost like he might know where to go.
Well,
And again, there's that same kind of there's that same kind of excitement of yes, that puppy dog excitement of actually I'm helping, I'm useful. Unlike your storyteller.
So, what are these doors made of?
Sorry, Steve.
Like,
Sorry.
what are these doors made of? Big, medium.
They're big steel,
big steel.
reinforced things.
Is there an obvious locking mechanism, or is it like a keypad?
On the outside, yeah. So it's basically like a big safe door.
Oh,
The simplest way to think of it is it's like a safe door.
okay.
This is where you found Stuart. It's like you poke your head in, you go, oh, it's that big round room.
Mm.
But it's got discarded equipment and things in it. It's not been obviously used for since you're gonna guess since you procured Stuart.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if he's pulling us, if in character, well, looks like Stewart's pulling us in this way, and
Yep.
he probably has a connection to his mom, right? Like, he knows where he wants to go.
Yeah. So I guess like, they let me lead the way.
I think so.
Let's go.
And is the door locked or is it? Do we?
Let's. I'll try
So
to.
the only door that's around is the door that leads into the chamber where you got Stuart from.
Right.
The tunnel continues off deeper than
Okay,
where
yeah,
you've
we're
gone
going
before.
we're going down
so
that
it's
tunnel.
just down the tunnel. Yeah.
Okay.
Stuart wants to head down that tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, remember that time that they almost basically like just choke you down that tunnel?
No.
With the when you went in with the suit.
I remember when I dashingly and courageously snuck my way into enemy.
And then you got caught.
Yeah, you're welcome for the save, by the way.
We should keep going. We should just keep going.
We should, and I appreciate your appreciation for the save that you have never thanked me for. What was that? I'm doing this while we're walking, by the way.
As you say this, a cardboard box falls in front of you.
Ah, finally, some good tools.
I will mumble awkwardly, "Thank you, Gigi," as many times as it takes for us to get to wherever we're going in this tunnel.
Oh no, you only have to say it once.
Well, I'm gonna mumble. I'm gonna, "Thank you, thank you."
I reach down and I pat him on the head. You're welcome.
Have we now decided that? Oh yeah,
He-
Marcus is actually Marcus.
Yeah,
is
he
actually
did
quite, yeah,
say
no,
that he was the shortest out of all of us.
Yeah, which was the whole problem with being in the
Yep.
suit
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Like he
yes.
hasn't really hit puberty.
But he has his hammer.
I do.
He has his hammer.
He hammers in the morning. Hammers in the evening.
Every time is hammer time if you got a hammer.
Hammer.
I should have named him
do,
Maxwell. Given him a silver hammer.
Why's my hair going? Look, I've got a mohawk.
Don't you have a mohawk?
No,
It's
I have
shaved
like
on
really.
the sides.
Yes, it's called an undercut. I don't have enough money to pay for all of the fucking hairspray that I'd need to give myself a mohawk.
Oh, just get like Elmer's glue. It's technically water soluble and
yeah,
non toxic.
I was going to say, done that. Not going to do that again. Mistakes of the past shall not be repeated in my life. However, you guys are all about to do the same thing again with this orange tangerine bloke that you've got, but whatever.
Oh, don't.
So you head down the tunnel. If Stuart was on a lead, it would be that puppy pulling you forward kind of excitement. But Stuart is not on a lead. He runs forward excitedly, almost like he's got control of his legs now, but still not quite. Occasionally there's a tumble and a spin, and you'll hear a splash ahead of you, and you'll come back and come excited towards you. Luckily, for the time being, there's no one else in front of you because Stuart's making quite a lot of noise. After maybe 10 or 15 minutes of walking and Stuart prancing around like a puppy, and you all kind of relaxing back into life because of the joy that you're seeing in Stuart after your emotional moment. After a while, Stuart disappears.
Okay.
He runs off down there excited. You still kind of have the feeling of excitement from him, and you can still feel him. That connection that you've always had with him is not gone. And it's not like it's the distance is fading it. It's just the physical form of Stuart has gone beyond your perception.
So like he just ran off too far, or
yeah, basically that seems to be what he has, and he usually comes back after like 30 seconds or a minute or so. But he's now been gone for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Yep. Same.
We run out. I would run after him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just running.
Are you just like now flat out running?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I make you fall? Do I make you do a move roll? No, I'm not that mean.
Would Stuart make us do a move roll?
No.
Exactly.
Stuart should know. So you're running down, but you kind of get the feeling that you're not getting any closer. After maybe 90 seconds to 2 minutes, this is a lot of running for 13-year-old kids.
Not in the 80s. Those kids went outside in the 80s.
I was telling some friends today at work that even when I was a young child in the 80s, I was active and I was running around in the streets all day, I still could not do stairs. I could not run up and down stairs. And they laughed at me as I was climbing the stairs at work today. And we are at 2,000 meters here. And I get to the top of the stairs like, it's not my age. I've just never been able to do this. Or it's the asthma that I use. Yes, it is the asthma. It's the pollution, the 2,000 meters, the lack of oxygen, the laziness in me living my life. Anyway, even still, 2 minutes of flat out running for like trained athletes. Like if you're flat out running, 2 minutes is quite a long time. You don't get any closer. Like you can still feel Stuart. He doesn't feel any further away, but you're not catching up with him. And you suddenly come to a junction.
Oh boy.
One that continues on going straight, and one that turns off to the right. So it's like a T junction, but you're coming in across the top of the T.
Oh no.
Can you all make me a comprehend roll?
Well, sure. Let me just use all of my 3 dice.
Before you said that, I was about to say at disadvantage, but that's fine if you've only got 3.
At disadvantage.
3 dice there.
I love watching people roll dice on streams. He's like, yeah, dice, woo, excite. 1, cool.
Unfortunately, some of us don't have dice towers, so.
How is Marcus good at comprehending this shit? And I'm guessing by the look on Gigi's face that she's probably about to murder Marcus. So Marcus,
hi.
You are we'll start with Paige. Your feeling, and this is just a feeling, is that you should go right. You can't explain why, but you feel that the correct direction to head towards the loop is right. Okay?
Right.
Is right. So take the turning, don't continue on. Marcus, you know why you should turn right. And that's because the tunnel has been looping like the loop. It's basically you feel like it's doing a U.
Ah. So if
And
we
you
stay
kind of
going straight, it's gonna go
somehow
in a
if you,
circle.
you continue going straight, you're going to end up at the beach where all those policemen were.
Okay.
And so if you turn right, that's actually the route that takes you to the loop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that information. Like, we've got to turn here. We've got to, like, it's a loop. It's called the loop because it goes in a circle. If we stay on the same line, we're just gonna go around and around and around. We've got to make a turn.
I hate that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of get that
Okay.
feeling too, but like, yeah.
I've got nothing, so I'll go with you two.
All right.
And as you take the right hand turn, the tunnel goes from this old, almost Victorian sewer-like tunnel where it's brick covered, and you go closer and closer and deeper and deeper. And you're walking now. You occasionally see signs of that Stuart has left. You like see footprints that look like Stuart in the water, and the detritus is lying around. You know you're now following them, and you are walking for a long time. If you had to guess, you would like. I suppose you some of you have probably got watches and stuff. You know you've been walking now down this tunnel for a good 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired and it smells bad.
Yeah. So anybody who is good at maths, which would be Heather, who is not here, would probably tell you that you've walked close to nearly 10 miles down these tunnels,
I'm so
which
tired.
is, if you think about the maps, is close to where the lab and the central power hub of the loop is.
Oh gosh.
And as you walk down these originally from under the city, these old Victorian sewage tunnels, and the original T junction was an old Victorian sewage tunnel. But as you get deeper and deeper, they become, you see more signs of technology. You see more transformers, boxes, you see more wires, and eventually the tunnel fades into a metallic tunnel. It is a underground, or at least to your young minds, you have turned up to an underground sci-fi Star Trek-esque bunker. And you come up to a wall, or not a wall, a blockade, a door. The door is closed. Sat in front of that door is Stuart. On the right-hand side, next to the handle, the nice little just turny knob handle, is a keypad. And at that point, we shall end this session. So there we go.
That's gonna be Paige's problem.
Yeah.
Like, I like how Stuart is like, Marcus is like, fuck this shit. I've done my intelligent thing. I know this was a circle. I'm not involved in it.
Come on, take your stubby legs and kick.
But yeah, cool. So there we go. That is the end of this session. Next session, obviously, we're going to work out whether the kids can understand a simple, probably billion combination code lock to a door.
Easy.
Ooh, try zero.
I mean, you
zero.
just do 4 digits, right? Just 4 digits.
Depends on how strong, I guess, Marcus's head is.
Oh.
Yoink.
I do have a 4 mind. So it's
Hmm.
a pretty strong head.
Cool. So yeah, so that is that. We
I mean,
shall come back.
Paige has 5 tech.
That's
I
actually
mean, she
pretty
can
good. Fucking hell.
That's why I said that's Paige's problem. I know she's the tech person.
There's something in that bag that Paige carries that is
yeah.
quite clearly.
she's
Good.
probably got one of those
Sonic screwdriver.
what no, so yeah, Sonic screwdriver or that key I guess like password decoder thing, the thingamajiggy that
There'll be something in there that we can use.
that's what from Terminator 2
Yeah.
that John Connor had.
Yeah.
That thing.
Well, we will see next session how we deal with this. So, as a reminder, and this is also just for my own sake, to reinforce it in my mind, there are 3 benevolences, and there is still 1 malevolence.
I thought you used that already.
No, we got given 2 this session. Betty, the wonderful Betty, who has also just sent me a cookbook through PDF, thank you, Betty, gave us 1 at the beginning, and then Ben gave us 1 as well. So there have been 2. I've used 1 to send Marcus on a little trip down in the car. There is 1 there. And so yes, we shall be back in 2 weeks' time for hopefully
2 weeks.
fine.
So so next week's not or
Not next week, no,
Okay.
because me and Steve are doing even more horrifying things on Wednesdays. Thank you, Eric. Started a game and then I think in the first like half an hour is like, oh, so this character wants to kill all of us. Great, thank you. Welcome to Delta Green.
That sounds like some kind of weird military Cthulhu thing.
No shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This is just us having fun off stream. So yeah, but yeah, so we'll have one more session to wrap up this story. I feel. I do think we're in a good place to wrap it up, and I think you've done well to get here. It's been a journey.
We can be
I'm hoping you've all enjoyed the journey.
Mhm.
With this could have been a lot shorter, but I'm glad it wasn't.
It could also have been a lot longer.
It could also have been a lot longer.
I
I'm
can
glad it
always
was-
make it a lot longer.
And I could
You
also
know, we
always
can
mute
also
you permanently.
have a bit more, more stuff to go on. Like just skip straight on to season 2.
Sounds like a death threat.
Yeah, so we'll come to whether we want to do a season 2 and whether we want to do Bureaucracy the RPG. Oh no, sorry, not Bureaucracy. Call Center the RPG.
Like a between season, like.
Oh, I fucking have nightmares
Oh no!
about
Oh
that
no!
scene.
It's just imagine that like the kids just like actually working at a call center.
Yeah, it's like Paranoia, but set in the 1980s. Rather than friend computer, you just have to deal with people on call centers. Anyway,
So it's the 1980s without friend computer.
yeah, basically. So anyway, we'll deal with whether we're going to do a season 2 in a couple of weeks or not when we've wrapped this story up and when summer has finished and I've traveled places and things, because I do think that the group here has got a really good dynamic, and some of the characters I would love to see them in things from the flood. So move you on to your later teens when all the loops have failed. But that's for a discussion for a later date. But anyway, so yeah, join us in 2 weeks' time. I think that is July 3rd.
That is correct.
If I'm correct, yeah. So July 3rd, we shall come back for hopefully the final session, and hopefully Stuart shall be saved.
Hey, same, Betty.
Saved in whatever way that the game takes it. So I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you all here in 2 weeks' time. I look forward to seeing the chat here in 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much. Do you all want to just sign off? Say who you are, where people can find you, if they can find you, and all that usual stuff. We shall start, as I see you on my screen, we'll start with Steve.
Hello,
Who's
everybody.
actually down there, but on my screen, he's there.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. My pronouns are he, him, and today I played Marcus. You can find me hanging out on the Stolen Fires Discord, run by the absolutely wonderful Stolen Fires / Rachel, who is a great RPG writer. We do cool nerd stuff. Come hang out, talk to us. I'm V Arcade over there.
Are you still V Arcade or are you? I don't know what you are nowadays.
I think I'm V Arcade. If I'm not, then I don't know what my own name is, and that's perfectly fine.
Ben hasn't come up with a good joke for it yet. Give him time.
Yeah. Next we have on my screen, and I actually think on the screen. No, I don't know whether you're down there or up there, but Paige, Medi.
Hey, hi, I'm Mehdi. And well, nothing to share, no social media to actually show, but I'm on Discord as Medipack. So aside from that, like, yeah, that's about it.
And below me, who is also there, so there, Gigi.
Oh! Hello, I'm Alisai. I've been playing Gigi. You will not find me on social media. I will find you. It will be creepy. I am on Discord as Alisai. You can find me in the Stolen Fires channel. You'll also see me tomorrow with Stav playing Marvel. Stav.
Oh yeah, you can probably find me on Fridays for
The
if
most cursed
we
game
have-
ever.
Is it happening this Friday? Okay.
So yeah,
That's some votes of confidence there.
Friday games are always a problem. So yeah, but yeah, cool. And I have been David. I have been your storyteller, your guide, and your tormentor. Thank you very much for all my wonderful players for joining us. You can find me over on Discord as I think I'm on the Stolen Fires one. I think I'm still Dr. Hagendaz. And I'm in various other Discords as Dr. Hageldaz. I'm on social media in various places as the Drunken Storyteller. I will be here in theory on Friday if we do play the game of Old Gods of Appalachia. You can find me as well over on Darker Days Radio, where we are doing a deep dive into Old Gods of Appalachia, and we should, in theory, be recording our live play of that soon, our actual play of that soon. On a good note, we are aware that this month is Pride Month. Big rainbows, woo! I have been reliably informed that something I wrote, I think now nearly 18 months ago, or maybe even a year ago, I can't remember. Scion Pride 2023 is now going to be Scion Pride 2024 and be out in a couple of days. So if you want some queer, friendly, LGBTQ plus inspired Scion, so Onyx Path Scion game, gods and equipment and all. Scion Second Ed, yep.
Yeah.
Scion Pride will be out soon. I wrote 2 of the new gods, or however you want to term them in Scion, in that, and it was most fun delving into that. And one of them is going to piss off the white nationalists so hard. Please go buy it to drive them up the fucking wall because
Yay.
fuck them.
Yay.
Pride, whoop. Yeah, so that is that. I will post that up in all the Discords when it is actually released. So I'm hoping soon. The final edits and everything have been finally done. I'm really excited for it. The work that's gone into it is and the stuff that is in there is absolutely amazing. Actually got me reading Scion, and I've struggled to read Scion because other reasons. But yeah, go do that because I just want to see the reactions of some of those arseholes with something that I wrote.
Okay.
So yeah, cool. Yeah, so with that, we shall sign off. We shall be back in 2 weeks for the final of Does Stuart Make It Home or Not?
You better.
Bye.
She's not here, but
Hand
check
me
out.
my dice.
She's not here, but check out Tracy's podcast. I think it's called Folkloring. I hope.
Oh yeah, folklore. So Tracy has folklore, the folkloring, the podcast. She also does stories from the hearth for the folklore podcast. So she's in multiple places. Go check those out.
Check that out. All right.
And also join John Stolenfire's Discord if you're not there. There'll be a link
Join
somewhere.
us. We're a
Join
cult.
us.
We have robes.
We have cookies.